25-year-old Chicago resident Paige Kopecki is a nursing student. Joy Garcia, an event planner from the Quad Cities, is 27. Both of these young women have decided to go through the medical and surgical process necessary to donate their eggs.
The ability to potentially give life, to a couple who can't conceive, I think was the utmost appeal. I'd be lying if I said that, the compensation for it wasn't, attractive. The first cycle, it was 7,000, and then it's increased 500 each cycle.
Each egg donation is called a cycle. Joy has done 4 so far, using the money to pay off college loans and a car. Paige, who earned between $7,000 and $10,000 per cycle, has done more, giving at least 2 complete strangers successful pregnancies.
I don't see it as my child out there. I'm not raising them. I was able to help and give this gift, but it's definitely not my child. You start out on 2 injections. The first is called Follistim.
For nearly 3 weeks, donors inject themselves with hormones. They're carefully monitored with blood tests and ultrasounds, then undergo a minor surgical procedure to retrieve their eggs.
There are people that, do it once and that's enough for them. And then there are people like me who had a great experience through it all, and I completed 6 cycles and was very happy with each one.
It does take a little bit of a toll on your body. Fortunately, I've always been really active and healthy. I take good care of myself. So I think that is a reason why I'm able to bounce back so quickly.
Robin Von Holly founded Alternative Reproduction Resources, one of the first egg donation agencies in Illinois, after her own struggle with infertility. Her agency rigorously screens prospective egg donors, medically, genetically, and psychologically.
We do look for things like there's 2 people in their family who are alcoholics. We won't use them. We look a lot for the psychological diseases, bipolar, that type of thing, because a lot of that could be very genetic.
Von Holly says she relies on the honesty of the donors.
1, 2, 3.
So do parents Greg Fiacato and Ryan Schmidt of West Suburban Yorkville.
I take it at face value that people are doing it for the right reason, to help somebody else.
Thank you.
Here's your flower. Give it to your sisters.
Ryan and Greg are doting dads to 3 beautiful children. Twin girls Chloe and Dakota are 6 months old. Little Greg just turned 2.
Brings a lot of joy, so they're great kids.
That's your dress. Good night.
You never thought this would be possible, so it's pretty amazing.
This couple, together 14 years, credits the biological family of their own that they've always wanted to a woman they've never met, an anonymous egg donor.
You're going through a bunch of profiles of people you don't know, and potentially picking out someone to have your kid. And I wanted someone that was Italian or Mediterranean, and then he's Irish, so I wanted someone that was kind of a mix.
This unusual discussion is becoming a more common part of family planning in America. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, donor eggs were used nearly 20,000 times in 2012, a dramatic increase from fewer than 12,000 a decade earlier. Those numbers greatly concern obstetrician and gynecologist Dr. Robert Lawler, who opposes the practice.
It is treating life as a commodity. These situations are becoming more and more like business transactions held between 2 or 3 or more individuals and a host of attorneys and ethicists, and I think that it certainly has become somewhat problematic.
There are other risks as well. 1% of donors come down with serious and potentially life-threatening complications. There is also concern that repeated exposure to the hormones that stimulate egg production could cause cancer later in life.
It's not without risk. It's small, but it's not without risk.
Fertility specialist Dr. Brian Kaplan estimates his practice, using egg donors, is responsible for the births of nearly 10,000 healthy babies.
Babies from egg donation are actually healthier because you're taking eggs from a young woman, and that's probably better from a health point of view, we know that. And a mother might be better at 40 with life experience, maturity, socioeconomically stable, so you actually have the best of nature and the best of nurture.
While the FDA strictly regulates the screening of egg donors, there are only guidelines suggesting women donate eggs no more than 6 times. Paige is now on her 7th cycle with her doctor's approval. A couple who had used her eggs before requested her again. Paige says she doesn't worry about additional risk.
I'm very blessed to be able to do it for the intended parents and myself as well. There are a lot of benefits that come from it, and thinking that I've helped someone have a child is incredible.